You know it's bad when you're not in the stream and you come on there again, hey? Hello, welcome to Pepper's Echo. My name's Andre, the ordinary man in the street, from the outside looking in. Yes, and welcome to... I haven't been burnt yet. Is Hendo here? Yes, Hendo's here. Welcome to Hendo, Cameron, and Buzzy... Lynn from Buzzy's Moments, and my wife who just stormed through the door going, "You're late again," and it's not my fault. But anyway, sorry. But not that bad, I must say. A little bit better, but there. So, yeah, I'm getting there. But welcome to everybody. Everybody is watching. Everybody has commented. Everybody is watching on a rerun. Thank you very, very much for logging into Pepper's Echo, the ordinary man in the street from the outside looking in. Talking about a couple of subjects, and I actually the apple cart has been thrown over at the moment because there is something that I want to talk about, and I want to talk about Khmer New Year, but I'm not going to kick off with Khmer New Year at the moment. I will be kicking off with the Kwazulu Natal flood tragedy at the current moment, or state of emergency, if we can put it into that type of sentence. And then there's a few other things to be mentioned as well. First of all, I hope you're still all tuning in to Mr. Gous, Mr. Ronaldo Gous. From now on, I will request that all Ronaldo's super chats be given to the gift of the givers in Ronaldo's name. Okay, so he's just going to have to chill with his... No, I'm kidding. Sorry, Ronaldo. He's going to kill me if he knows I'm taking his super... I want to... No, don't go there. I'm just joking, Ronaldo. Okay, keep up with the man. He does really, really well. Always enjoying his comments. Always enjoying his shows and that. So, guys, if you want to know what's going on in reality and just a little bit of honest truth, give Ronaldo Gous a watch. And then, of course, Chris Wyatt. Hendo says it's Easter going easy on you today. Thank you. I get another woman to shout out your name. Maybe you'll give me another chance. Anyway, kidding. Right. And then Chris Wyatt. Yes, Indaba, Africa. Always watching him to catch up with the news. I have had my own Indabas the last 4 days, so I have not had too much time to catch up with the news. But always watching him. Always catch it. And there we go. His DVD. I don't know, we might see you today, DVD. We might not, all depending on how the cookie crumbles, or how a friend of mine used to say, depending on how the boerewors bends. But anyway, that's up to South Africa. Right. And then lastly, but not leastly, I always keep an eye on Morning Shot, Ramon Cabernac. Please, guys, take a look at that. Very, very interesting interview with the... Russian ambassador in South Africa. And I know they got a little bit grilled for maybe not being hostile enough. I don't always agree with Ramon and them. I always wonder what passport's in their back pocket. But I do agree with the way that they conducted the interview, this week. Cameron, hello, guy. How are you? Hello, guys. Happy Easter. Okay, so let's get to the top so I can put everyone's in there. First of all, happy Khmer New Year. Tia, everyone watching from Cambodia, and happy Easter to everyone celebrating Easter. Indeed so. I would like, and I have a beautiful thing that I'd actually like to show, and I'll wrap it in after the flood thing, because it's really, it is stunning. I want to put it to you. You are allowed to have Easter. You can celebrate Easter, and you can say happy Easter. But we'll do that afterwards as well. But happy and a blessed Easter to you all. Yes, he died, he rose, he conquered. And for that, I live today. Thank you very, very much, guys. And for those who've had Khmer New Year on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, a very, very happy Khmer New Year to you today. Hopefully we get talking about that a little bit later on as well. I can tell you about that. I just need to get my P's and Q's across here, because it's like a tennis match. 15 all, 30 all, love, juice. Okay, right. And then, so yes. But you South Africans have played the cards well, because you still get tomorrow off. We go back to work tomorrow. Tut. Hendo, I think you get tomorrow off as well. Buzzy's Moments. Welcome, everybody. Thank you very much. Thanks for all your help and always letting people know about it. Buzzy, I really, really do appreciate it. My wife, Ina, thank you for always telling me that I'm not on time. I don't have a watch on. Cameron, Hendo, Easter. Yeah, okay. He's going to give it to me this time. Yeah, there we go. Cameron's got it on. Ronaldo host. There we go. YouTube. In the comments. Catch him. DVD, Cameron. Never had to deal with so many. And then Morning Shot. There's Ramon and Morning Shot. Also, as I said, they did a interview with the Russian ambassador. Pretty neat. And oui, monsieur. But it's not Orba, it's Orba. Orba. The T is silent. Oui. Good evening, Orbat. Welcome. Buzzy and Ronaldo Azabiki. What? Oh, I see it's a W. Azabiki Voos. He hangs out with Angry Santa Chris Wine. Yeah, well, no, fine. Quickly, just to bring you back to, we were on Wednesday, we were chatting about, Buzzy actually pulled a absolutely stunner of a program on the, I can't think of the word, the signature, petition. I didn't even get it right in the banners, but the petition has been, where did I create that thing? Okay, it didn't come out. But the petition for Dear South Africa that you can put your signature on has been extended. Let me actually just type it in there. Dear South Africa petition registration has been extended to the 24th of April, 2022. Stay. Now I can put it on. There it is. Thank you very much. Dear SA, yeah, there we go. And Cameron's put it up there as well. And do I have it here? I do have it here. If you don't know, you can just scan it in there. No. Just take Cameron out the way. Right. Whoops, that's too much. No. Right. You can not do what I just did. There we go. You can scan it in there. Dear SA, South Africa petition registration. It was supposed to stop yesterday on Saturday, and it is only stopping on the 24th of April. And that's the amendment to the Health Act, where they are wanting to take the rights and chuck them onto the health department. And the health department has a clause where he says he can implement without passing through Parliament, which means you are royally having a bad day. Thanks. Morning Shots Russian interview. Thank you very much, Cameron. There it is. Alison Johnson. Hi there. Great to see you here as well. Super stuff. Welcome. And then there's Dear SA's petition is also in the comments by Cameron. Dear SA's petition. If you don't have a scanner on your camera or you weren't quick enough to scan, I'm going to leave it there for a while still. Let me just take that banner away. There we go. You can scan it in there and you will be able to go straight there. Lynn and I did it on Wednesday evening. It took us the best part of a minute to do it. If you don't have a minute in life, you have a serious problem, because I have a time problem and I got it done in 1 minute. So goodly stuff. And so there's also Action for Freedom. Donate. The hang is Action for Freedom. Bloody hell did I just do now? Okay. I actually wanted to go and take a look. What was that one, Hendo, that you put in there? Action for Freedom. .com/donate. .com. I'm going to see if I can pull it up /donate. Okay, let's maybe not search it. And I'm going to share that screen quickly as well. There we go. Action for Freedom. Court accepts our case is urgent. Read now. What is happening? Okay, also they've taken the Minister of Health to court as well, or not to court, but they're also contesting. What's Endo say? Do watch Colonel Lochenberg latest live stream on YouTube or Facebook with regards to the petition. Great stuff. Thank you very, very much. And then, don't forget, Rebellious Ruth. I loved your streams. I did watch the one with Nick as well. And then you have the most amazing streams. My eyes just wandered and I saw another stream that said boobs. Yes, like Ruth, what's up? But anyway, great stuff. Very well done. Loved it. Super, super stuff. Hendo, is this the Lochenberg's link? There we go. Thank you very, very much. Okay, and then we have Gift of the Givers. We'll be popping them back up again just now as well as we go through, because they are exceptionally, well, they are the only people practically. I mean, I know there's South Africans that are doing great work in the floods and that, but at the moment, Gift of the Givers are sort of heading up logistics and putting things together. And it's pretty hard or not hard, well, it must be hard for them, but it's pretty hard to believe that a non-governmental group actually heads up the logistics for a state of emergency in South Africa. Yes, Buzzy, I need to actually reiterate that. Mods, you rock. Cameron, Buzzy, and Hendo, thank you so much, guys. I can't keep up with all the posts that you're putting in there, so you're going to have to shout at me if I don't. But let's get back. Gift of the Givers, and let me just do that last share again in case you didn't get it. The whammo. There we go for the Amendment to the Health Act. You have an extension, guys, to the 24th of April. You have no excuse. You must have a minute between now and then to actually get your voice heard. It is up to you. Comment over there. Pip Zeppo, make your wife a mod too. My wife's only just learned how to switch on the phone to watch me. Now you want me to try and tell her to mod. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, Annie. I will do so, yes. As soon as I learn how to do a mod again, you guys are like lucky strikes. I don't know how to find my chats again after I replay. I will do so. But getting back, I have the film up here that I actually want to put through to you guys and share with you. I've tried to stitch a little bit together. It goes for all of 16 minutes. So I'm going to play it, and actually we can chat while we're looking at it, because something that I need to bring to your attention, and that is necessary to be brought to your attention, and I think a lot of people have it at their attention but need to share this far, far and wide. There is not a river running through Kwazulu Natal. There is a state of disaster due to floods. And I don't think South Africa in general is screaming it loudly enough. I don't think the government is involved at all. Taking a stroll next to a stream does not justify being involved, Mr. Ramo Pozo. If you take a look at what the Gift of the Giver's done, they noted it, they drew up a plan, and they're in. And as you will hear Mr. Suleiman saying, or Dr. Suleiman, I'm not too sure, I'll check it now, I've just, he is saying in the bit of an interview, I did a lot of cutting, guys, to get this thing down. It's about 16 minutes. And you will hear him saying, you know what, this isn't the only project that they're involved in. And it's not projects where we're trying to do this. They deal with emergencies. Gift of the Givers are only turned to when there's a problem. These guys don't deal with initiative. They deal with reaction consistently. And they are so prepared for it that they handle it, may I say, beautifully. Absolutely, absolutely beautifully. And let's start with that, Salong. I'll actually talk through it because, I love talking and then we're not going to get started or whatever. So let me share this. Guys, I cut it literally minutes or within the half an hour, 30 minutes before the before we went to screening. So you are going to have different sounds. So please hold your sound buttons because you might have to turn down, you might have to turn up. Cameron, I think you've got the best sound at the moment, so let me know what happens to the sound as well. What's Buzz got up there? Please don't donate to the ANC government. Yes, if Mr. Ramaphosa is driving a new car next week, you know you have donated to the wrong channel. Gift of the Givers does more than the government ever could do. It has done more in this country. It has done more in this world than what our government has ever been able to do. And I do have their bank account details that come up here. Gift of the Givers bank account details. Standard Bank account number 052 137 228. Branch code is 057525. Reference KZN Floods. And they are busy with, I think there's also some floods or hunger or disaster or something in the Eastern Cape. They're busy with the Ukraine at the moment. There's something else in the Western Cape. They are not handling one. They are juggling multiply and successfully, if I may add. What do we got there? Hendo, there are different groups giving aid, including Farmers Aid, UIM, etc., also helping. Yes. Fortunately, I must say, and I must echo, I am an echo chamber after all. No, I'm kidding. I must echo what Hendo is saying as well, that there are fortunately many communities. I nearly lost the word. Oh my goodness me. Communities coming together and pulling together. But the problem is we don't see the government. There's even, I think it's Al Jazeera, NBC. Watch on these clips. I actually put it together where they said, well, what did Ramaphosa say? Well, I didn't get the whole thing, but I know one of the things, and it's not in here, is he's surprised. Now, how many freaking times does our president need to bloody be surprised? He's always surprised. He should have been called Surprise Ramaphosa because he's always surprised and something's going to go in. But no, not like that. But yeah, let me just reshare with sound because it would not be a very good, not a video. Share screen with sound. But let's get going quickly. And I want you to hear the death tolls, people. The death tolls. What do we got? Wife beat Hendo. Ooh, did I just throw you under the bus, buddy? Okay. Many roads in Kwazulu are rivers. Roads, are not negotiable. You'll also hear the doc or say, hey, you know what? They can't get there soon enough. What should it take 30 minutes is taking 2.5 hours. Let me just actually get this thing playing while we are on, because otherwise I'm never going to get it going. 400 deaths, guys. Okay, but you're seeing nothing, huh? So let's start you over again. But I can check it over here. Why don't you guys just look that way? No, okay. Fine. You don't want to look that way. Let's put it in.
The death toll in Kwazulu Natal is edging closer to that 400 mark, with many still missing. Some families spent the Easter weekend looking for
Ramaphosa. I can't disagree more.
Fear as more rains are expected throughout this weekend. Of course, we were saying that the death toll is creeping up on 400. When we left the studio yesterday, it was sitting at 395. It went up, as per the update from the Premier to 398. So it could be 400 by the time we get to it today.
Many families, take a look. This is, once again, none of these videos I own property, rights, or anything to. They are all the rightful property of their owners. But I mean, check at that. That's off a raised platform. Look through this. It's like mud water flowing. Yeah, more than 40,000. Yes, I got that video on where she says that as well have been displaced after widespread flooding in Kwazulu Natal. Buzzy, 498 deaths. Look at here. And people go, well, it's the rural area next to the river. This is not next to the river. This house, as you can see, is not rural. Take a look at that. It is all over the place. It isn't just next to a river. Because I know a lot of people are looking, going, well, you know what? They shouldn't have built the shack on the river. That isn't built on the river, guys. Take a look at that disaster.
Almost 400 people have died and many are still missing in Kwazulu Natal. Thousands have been left destitute. Gift of the Givers has been providing some relief, and we're for more on this. We're joined now by its founder, Dr. Imtiaz Suleiman. What has been the word on the ground regarding exactly the situation?
Please don't forget Gift of the Givers bank account number, guys.
There's two aspects here, Faith. That in terms of the aid, the material aid, in terms of water, blankets, food, medicine, food, clothing, all that's going fine. We've reached many more areas than the first day. Tuesday was tough. We couldn't get to many areas because the roads were inaccessible. From Wednesday onwards, it was easier to get in. But the problem is it takes too long. Less roads are being used and more cars are using those less available roads. So everything that should take half an hour takes 2.5 hours, 3 hours, and it takes a long time to get to different areas. Because we're distributing from Amshloti right up to Port Shepstone and inwards towards Maritzburg.
Massive area.
For assistance to get food into the area. We offered them last night to bring as many helicopters as they want, and we'll fill all those helicopters with supplies to take to those areas. And together, the teams are doing search and recovery. There is no rescue. The recovery is becoming
two things out of there. Sorry, I know I'm pausing again, but there's two things. Number one, or three things. Number one, those roads are getting more bunged up. They are struggling to get there. You don't hear him moaning. He's making plans. His next thing is supply all the helicopters. We'll fill them up. Not we'll try. We'll see what we can do. It depends on where we can steal or pilferage or whatever. Send them. We'll fill them. And number two, it's not search and rescue anymore. It's becoming search and recover. We're picking up bodies, people. We're picking up bodies. This isn't a rainy day.
Lots of mud in the different areas, lots of rubble. So that and the rain, that's becoming a difficult process. And from your introduction, we're probably going to reach close to 500 people passed on. One family, one person wrote in and said, I lost 10 members of my family.
How's that?
We found 4. If we found 6, 4 are still missing. Some years would say 5 missing, 4 missing, 3 missing, 2 missing, child missing, adult missing, granny missing. And those messages are still coming in.
Plus 500. Look at that, guys.
Already for some reason.
Cameron, you're not serious, bro.
I don't know how many times you guys get asked, how are you guys actually?
Yeah, you know what? I think that's a pretty good question, because everyone's asking what are they doing, check what they're doing, but nobody ever actually says, guys, thanks for what you're doing. How are you? Are you coping? Are you okay? It's pretty hectic.
We've been doing this for 30 years, and we handled several disasters at the same time. With this disaster coming, none of our other projects have stopped. We've got this intervention in several countries. We're also involved in the Ukraine right now with the disaster there. So in several countries, we're involved in hospital upgrades, we're involved with catch-up surgery, we're involved with malnutrition in Eastern Cape, we're involved with the floods, Eastern Cape, hit by the floods 3 days ago. We intervened there, we're busy with the fires in Langa this morning. So we are in every place. Our people are quite adept at doing this kind of stuff.
How is
it's hectic.
The South African community can actually assist? I can't even begin to imagine, but I would like to jump on board and help.
Something I'll get to now. But how's that? It's not like, we're struggling here and we don't seem to have enough money due to having to pay petrol and etc. You know what? Our guys know what they're doing. We've got everything together. How How positive is that, guys? Just listen to, you know what, just the way he speaks. You know what, you can hear that he actually gives a damn about what he does. He has a passion for what he does, and his people already, they have a passion. Compared to, I'm surprised. Dude, really, I just actually need to pull something else out here. Cameron says, and I want to just put on there, just take a look at Cameron's question. He saw a shark swimming up the N2. Now, I figured a rugby player wouldn't be a bad idea swimming up the N2. But I've got to share this with you, and it's going to be a bit of a poofy share because I've got my camera behind what I've got to sort out there. So, but I want to share this picture with you because I couldn't believe it. Cameron? Where is it gone? Where has it gone? Can you see it, guys? I hope you can, because there we go. Take a look at that pic. I can't even put my mouse on it in the moment. He circled it. A shark swimming down the N2. I tell you what, the next car we're getting is a Toyota Shark. No, I'm kidding. It's a bad joke and bad taste. But anyway, can't believe it, bro. I thought you were actually kidding me. Let's get back to what this lady is asked now. And she said, what can we do? Because most of us are sitting there on our hands and going, what can we do? What do we need to do? Yeah, I concur. Dr. Suleiman for president. But I think his talents will be wasted there. I think he needs to be in an action team and an action squad where he gets to actually get to call the shots. Really, I do. Tell me if there's no sound. But now she asked, what can we do? So if you're needing to listen, guys, I don't even know where. There we go. If you're needing to listen, what can I do? Listen, yeah, now. Yeah, what he says.
How does the rest of the South African community actually assist in this regard?
A lot of focus was on what was visible you could see. You can't see emotions. You can't see pain and you can't see anguish.
It's true. You can't see pain.
People, you know, their solace was, their first solace was their neighbors. I must say, the community members who came to those homes and supported them just stood up. It was one unified South Africa. That was a huge form of solace and support for those people. So the honorable thing about informal several people is they don't ask so much. You just give them a little bit of building material, a food parcel, and maybe a hygiene pack. It's like you gave the world to them.
Okay, he's telling you what you need to do. You just need to. We need to be able to put some building material to them and a food parcel in that, so that they can just get back because they're so resilient. But I've cut out a big part of this interview because I'm probably going to get copywritten for I don't know how much of this, but anyway, toughies because it really needs to get out of there. But you will be amazed at the amount of credit that he gives to the community and the people in that as well. There is very little credit taken. You know what? We do this, we can do this, and we're prepared for this, and this is what we do, and this is what is needed. But never has he come across as a beggar on the side of a street or somebody who's taken any status. Well done, sir.
Always content with little. And so if the little you give them, they will go back to how they were the day before the floods. And that's the next phase. Once they need assistance with building material, that's where South Africans can support, give them a food parcel and get them back in their homes. And then the other two parts will be kids who lived in those camps, who lost all their stationery, their school bag and uniforms. We need to replace that. And finally, some of the schools have been damaged and we have to look at infrastructure repair because we don't want to keep sitting at home. We've lost 2 years already with COVID. We just cannot afford to lose any more teaching time.
The situation in many parts of Durban remains dire. We are coming
Sorry, I know it's loud.
From the Burnwood informal settlement.
Alison, I couldn't agree more. Pathetic, useless government. No maintenance of infrastructure. Instead, they line their own pockets. Now citizens have to try and get things together. And even the citizens said, you'll hear it, I think I've got it on one of these parts here, where they said, it's not the climate change, it's lack of infrastructure.
That hundreds
yes,
of
it is a
the
tragedy.
families are destitute, and they have been temporarily housed in community halls and schools and churches around the area. You'd know that the numbers from the authorities say that it's over 40,000
I will try that,
people
Cam. Thanks.
that have been displaced by these floods.
Guys, once again, gift to the givers.
Many more. This is a container, and because areas around here, because the churches and the community halls and schools that offered to open their classes to take in people that have been displaced are now full, there's a large number of community members that seek shelter here. It's a container. It's a store. It's
Imagine that being your home, guys. You know, disaster. You get put up in a hotel. These guys get into a wet container.
Nowhere to go except to
Please,
seek
I know I'm not giving you the show that I promised this evening, but this is so important to bring up, guys. It is so important that we actually get this out.
Sought shelter here in this container. Sisibonga kakhulu nje isikhathi sakho siyabona isimo nibhekene naso kule ndawo akuyona indawo abantu lena icontainer
kodwa ke I cut out her answers here and let the lady explain.
More than 390, close to 400 abantu abanenkinga la endaweni yethu.
Okay.
All right. One of the ladies, of course, pleading for assistance.
Sorry, I had to cut out. It just made a bit long.
We've heard from many other residents here in this settlement, although one organization that was here just a few moments ago, Human Aid SA, they were here to deliver warm food, cooked food, other food, water, blankets, mattresses, but clearly it's not enough. And we're just speaking to the director of Human Aid SA, Mr. Ahmed Osman, saying that the devastation is, he said he couldn't put it into words. And although they are trying as best as they can, they've got volunteers that have come out in their numbers.
The churches are full, schools are full.
Stricken communities, but also calling upon other people here in the province of Kwazulu Natal, across South Africa, to please come through and bring relief. These communities who have been affected by these floods need whatever help is available.
Tonight, devastating flooding, leaving roads collapsed.
Affected by these
Sorry,
floods,
that was me.
need whatever help is available.
Okay, no, that was normal. Super. Okay, just quickly, just, I know I'm not a political station anymore, and I have no right to actually jump in the political station. But guys, I have one freaking question. Where are the little red overalls with the gumboots that are actually made to walk in that water? That actually make as if they're the workers that work this water, that are actually in the trenches with their people, that are there to take the people out, that are there to lift the people. Where are those little freaking Teletubby pieces of... Shh. Watch the rest of the video. And this is NBC. This is overseas.
Seeking shelter in South Africa after days of torrential rain. Now, more than 300.
They just broke down this place the other day. They broke down this freaking place the other day. Those little shits in their red overalls and their flippin' gumboots broke it down, tossed it up, and now their people are starving. Their people are dying by the hundreds. And where are they to be seen? Where is Mr. Flippin' Julius Terrorist Malema?
140 people are dead, according to area officials.
Listen to this guy. It's heartbreaking.
Unfortunately, my child.
This father's story, sadly, no anomaly. And a major port in Durban, once bustling, now flooded.
Look at that
Clogged
place.
With shipping containers and cargo overturned and swept
That
away.
is a force of
President
nature,
Ramaphosa
guys.
partly attributed the flooding to climate change, but some in the country disagree, blaming a lack of infrastructure.
Days of heavy rain have caused
Couldn't
havoc
agree
in the
more
city
with
of
you,
Durban,
Hendo.
one of Africa's
It's sad
largest
when
ports.
a group like Gift to the
Shipping
Givers
containers
gives
have
South
been carried
Africa
away
pride.
or strewn across submerged
Look at
motorways.
this. This is Durban, guys. This is Kwazulu
Commuters
Natal.
forced to abandon their vehicles and walk. Train
Guys, we
services
need
across
to do
KwaZulu Natal
something.
province have been suspended to clear the rails after land and mudslides.
There's a bank account.
Thousands of houses and informal homes
I know
have
I was
been damaged
joking
and
about
families
super chats
displaced.
and things like that, but if you can
Jomba
put a 10
pulled his
back down
youngest
on a
child
super
from the
chat,
soil, pouring
please
onto his
put a
home.
10 rand into
The
these.
floodings damaged parts of the city that had just been rebuilt from riots last July.
Cleaning up the road after the severe rain from last night, washing down the mud and the banks of people's houses. And since we've been trying to get people to come and sort it out, no one's come, so it's the residents who are now taking charge.
I understand that the South African president
Listen to
has
this.
been touring
Listen
some of the
to
areas.
this.
What's his reaction been?
Well, so far what we've heard from President Cyril Ramaphosa is that he said that this is a tragic toll of the force of nature, and this situation calls for an effective response by government in partnership with communities.
Have a problem with that. This calls for an effect. My goodness me, do you want to go back and have meetings? I really shouldn't run a political flippant thing, and because this is what used to happen to me, and my blood pressure used to flip and hit the sky, because imps like that now wants to go and order a ton of Nando's to sit and grease feed some monkey's face to discuss an action plan for this. Take a look at Gift of the Givers, guys. Whammo. Into action, sort it out. Sorry, I should not do this. Let me carry on and just shut up.
But just where we are
Watch
here
now.
in Inanda, we see that communities really are on their own. We
need to come together with communities. What did this woman say? And by the way, this is Al Jazeera news. It's not South African. These people can see the communities are on their own.
a group of men trying to fix a water pipe to bring and distribute water across this community that's been badly affected. We're standing on a steep incline where water has gushed down, washing away homes, destroying property, and at least 2 deaths in this area alone. We know the death toll sits at about 60 at the moment. We know that communities have come together to either distribute food or help people retrieve or look for people who are missing.
Alison, hold that idea. We might be able to speak to someone who could maybe get in touch with you and say we could collect pickup. Because every little pocket counts at the moment.
Help that he needs. And
every
even
pocket
here,
counts.
we saw rescue services arrive hours
these
after
people sorting
they were first
themselves
called.
out.
And the rain is beginning to come down once again. And,
And
even then,
these clips are from the last
it wasn't,
2-3 days.
what predicted
It's not 2 weeks
quite
ago.
that way,
It's the
only
last
saying
2-3
that
days.
perhaps
Some
we'll
of them
have
are
rain on
this
the
morning.
weekend. We've seen that
14
happening
hours,
again
3
now,
hours
so
old.
it's likely that the communities here will find themselves in an even worse position in the days to come.
It's your life, bud. You think you've got such a bad one anymore? Okay, Cameron's got a number here for us. Contact Gift to the Givers, SA National Centre, toll free. Email, just drop them an email. But I know hopefully we might have a bit of a surprise of having someone from them around, so we could ask them directly. When your family dies, guys, when your family dies, when all you own.
But unfortunately, my child.
How do you feel when you haven't been able to save your child?
It's certainly
There's 4
a shocking
minutes left.
sight. Looking at what
looking
kind
across
of
there,
damage
guys, but
the Durban floods have caused here in the city. What you're seeing now is the end
it's
to, you should
absolutely
also be seeing
heart-wrenching.
a significant
and
traffic jam.
that's why I agreed
This
to push
is
this into
because
the front
the obstruction in the road
of my
there.
stream
It's
this
quite
evening,
clear
because
to see the damage that was caused during the course of the night.
it's mad. I don't think I never say to someone I know how you feel, because I don't think anyone. I hate it when people look at me and say I know how you feel.
Well, we were operating in, as well as the
They don't.
emergency services
And look
personnel.
there and
So
say
they were
I
really
know how it
fighting
feels.
against the
It
darkness, but
must
it's
be
now
is
during
better.
daylight
I can
that you
only
can truly see
imagine.
the extent how high the water is.
I
what
can
kind
only
of damage
imagine
was
the
caused.
terror
center
and the
portion
trauma that have gone through
of that
those people.
bridge, which runs parallel
It's
to
crazy
the
scary.
N2 on
Something
the north
like
side
it's out of a
Durban,
movie, yeah.
is starting to cave in. I hope that you can see that quite clearly. This is the alternative route that people use to get from areas like Mklanga to Belito to Mhlali and so on. And now, for the first time, we're seeing quite distinctly what's happening right there in the center. That's why vehicles
Take
are
a look
not
at
traveling over.
that. Is the force
roads
of
are
nature,
inaccessible,
guys.
many
Take a
of
look.
them.
Please remember,
Homes
Gift of the
are
Giver's bank
in some
account is
cases
in the
completely
bottom.
destroyed.
It is
Other
also in the
families are
description,
homeless.
guys.
The roads that you're seeing now, I mean,
Gift
you
of the
can
Giver's
clearly see
website
that
of where you
these
can
are impossible for
donate.
most small
And
cars.
guys, do
The
not
sand
be
has
embarrassed to
shifted.
donate
There's
10 rand.
debris lying everywhere.
If
The
10,000
informal
people
settlements
out of
like this
60
one are
million
the worst
people
affected. There
in
were
South Africa
sporadic incidents.
donate 10
I'm just
rand,
going to pause that to point something out to you.
somebody with maths
Take a
work
look
it
at
out.
this. This is part of the reason that this area has shifted here. There is a huge crack that has developed on this side. And now also
What?
take note of the location and the
Dicker to me
proximity
of the
to
Gift
the
of the
sea.
Givers versus
These are some of
ANC
those
communist
apartments that
government.
I was telling you about.
Response brings in
If you
sharp
look
focus.
closely at the bottom floors of these apartments are completely covered. The parking areas are
Look at those
completely
places.
covered with
And
sand.
those aren't
It's literally
rural.
hanging by a
Yes,
thread.
the rural
There's
have
a
been wiped
greyhound
out
that's
total.
on the-
Those people are
the cusp
gutted. They do not have a string of
this
clothes on their back.
break in the soil
So
here.
don't. It's not another
It's
shanty that was
almost
built
certainly
next to a
going
river
to
that,
collapse from what
flooded
we
it.
see here about 3 or 4 years ago on the south near
I've got about a
Amanzimtoti.
minute left of
And at
this,
that
and
time
then
it looked just
be
like
off
what
it.
you're seeing
Because
here.
I don't want to sit here and get excited. I just get really,
just
really
this morning, Shahan, I think
ticked.
when it really hit home for me was when I went to Verulam. And in Verulam, I spoke to a gentleman there who told me that he, in his words, missed almost certain death by 3 seconds. He said it took really 3 seconds. In the time that he ran out of this back room that crashed, that was when he got to safety. But the two people, he alleges that the police officers that attended said to him, look, we'll only come back when you show us that you could at least see some parts of their bodies, because you would have to remove the rubble because we are that busy and we have so many other places to attend to. I mean, it's to start to recede a little bit. But look, even that's going to take a long while. We've got the N2 is still completely flooded down there on the south side of Durban. You've got other areas where cars and houses are still submerged. So it will take
About
a few
16
days,
seconds
and
left, guys. But I mean, it's just,
unfortunately, we are
look at that.
high enough.
It is
Yeah,
something
just
out of
lastly,
movies.
if you have
Out of
any
movies,
information,
guys.
I believe there's an emergency meeting currently underway.
Yeah.
Officials in Durban are trying
Alison,
to just map out how they're going
the
to
after
respond to
effects,
this
the aftermath,
disaster.
definitely.
Any word on that?
I haven't received an independent confirmation, Shahan, but I can tell you the necessity.
Okay. So that's what I've got on that at the moment. Guys, please don't forget there, Buzzy's got it, and she's put it in the comments hundreds of times. Gift to the Givers. It is also in the description as well down below. Let's take this out for a second. I also wanted to share, or is it a window, screen? Drop that. Sorry, I had minimum time, but there is gift to the givers, gift of the givers, make a difference. Bam, there you got it. And you can share, you can do banking details, donate online, donate with a MasterPass, with Amex, donate to, I don't know what Momo SA is, apply with My School, donate with ShopRite, donate to the Standard Bank. I don't know what Leave a Legacy is there, but there are so many things. There's a toll-free number at 0800 786 911, and there is info@giftofthegivers.org. Guys, you know what? If people are worth backing, back them. That's all I'm asking. It's all I'm asking, because this disaster is unbelievable. What we got there, another problem. Yeah, Cameron says true, because sewage is getting into all the water. Well, definitely. Who's going to fix the roads and the bridges? Yeah, our government does not do that. Gift of the Givers averts emergencies. They don't go into reparations and things like that. Good question. Because the ANC thinks the country will fix itself. The ANC guys will see this country burn and go into ashes and rule over the ashes and see themselves as a success because they are still in power. That is why I don't do political shows, because I get a little bit ecstatic. Durban tourism is absolutely dead. All this after the riot. Of course, they've just had the Teletubbies, the little gumboots and overalls, who should be there because they're actually equipped for that weather. They've got gumboots, and they're not there. Any political who has spewed anything out has not shown their mettle. I'm sorry. I would go as far. I'm sad to say, and I'm sorry to say, I would go as far as to say, where are all the political parties that need to be showing their mettle and get involved? Is this where they wash their hands in the relay race and hand the baton over to give to the givers? Because these are the guys that bailed South Africa out of emergencies. Just wondering. Just wondering. How's it, Erica? Hi, everybody. Hello, Erica. You've just missed the best rant of the season, so rewind. But yeah, I'm sorry to say, I have not seen one political party put money where their mouth is. Not one political party. If you hear of people pulling in, it's really, wow. Absolutely wow. Let me put that up again quickly. Gift to the givers. It's their bank account. It is down in the description, as well as their link to their page where you can make a difference to do donations and that as well as I know Cameron sent a post on Facebook from them as well, which is really, really great. Wonderful. Thank you very, very much, guys. And for the guys that actually back these things, thank you. I know it sounds like a broken record, and everyone's here and said, why are you not talking about Khmer New Year? You know, Khmer New Year, more people survived this Khmer New Year than what they survived the Easter weekend in Kwazulu Natal. Seriously, that doesn't sound so good anymore, does it? Yeah, happy to give the rant a miss for a change. Yeah, you know, I should not do political stuff. I should just do nice stuff, because then I just shit in my shorts. But let me switch over anyway. So what I want to do is actually wish you all, and I want to say it properly, a very happy and blessed Easter. Without being shy, without being afraid, without offending anybody. You know, if you're not Christian, you don't have to be offended. I know there's Eid as well. Happy Eid. Khmer New Year. But I'm actually pointing fingers at the Christians out there who are so afraid to say Happy Easter, Merry Christmas, because we are so offended by it. And I actually got hold of this guy, and I hope I don't lose half my audience or whatever, not because they're only starting to build up now. All I need to do is lose them. But I want you to listen to this guy, and it's short, it's blunt, but damn it all, he's right.
And thank God I've made it so far. And I do thank God. I'm a theist. I'm a theist. I do believe that there is an intelligent designer. I do believe there's purpose and value in life. And I bring up God a lot in my show. You know why? Because I miss him. I miss God in my country. I miss him. You'll never know these things. You're 16 years old. You've grown up with spring break, not Easter break. You grew up with winter break, not Christmas. You don't know what I'm talking about. That's the world you got. I remember when everybody cared. I remember when people used to say things like Merry Christmas to each other. Everybody said, Merry Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Lowenstein. You know why? Because it wasn't about a religion. It was about something as a culture we thought was so valuable that we'd all do it together, even if I disagreed with the religion behind it, because it was good for all of us instead of just me. But what do people say now? Happy holidays. See, I just say happy holidays because I don't want to say Christmas because you don't believe in Christmas, because I don't want to offend you. It's amazing. This overuse of the word offensive is driving me out of my mind. I mean, excuse me, sir, which part is more offensive, the peace on earth or the goodwill towards men rhetoric? It's such a disingenuous argument. It's not real. Oh, yes, we want to say happy holidays because we don't want to leave anybody out. Really? How come there's a ton of holidays in February? Nobody ever says happy holidays in February, do they? They say what it is. Happy Valentine's. Oh, do you believe in love? They don't care. Happy Valentine's is fine. Happy Hanukkah is fine. You see, that's what it's all about. In December, we've got 2 religious holidays, one cultural holiday, and one holiday that I'm not sure what it is, Boxing Day. Ever seen that? December 26th, Boxing Day. What does it mean? Nobody knows. Apparently, it's the day after Christmas and must be all the fights we get in returning the junk we got the night before. Hey, I'd like to return the fruitcake. We don't take it. Happy Boxing Day. But nobody wants to say Christmas, everything else but Christmas. Why? I know why. You do too. It's because it's got Christ in it, and after 2,000 years, he's still intimidating people. You see, when a religious person says, I'm the way, people don't want to hear it. They don't. They don't, and I want to say it to the rafters. I've even seen Christian people not say Merry Christmas. There are people in China right now, Christians who are in jail because they had a page of the Bible. And Christians in this country won't even say Merry Christmas. It amazes me, the cowardice. That's the price you pay when you're rich and safe. Airline industry still hasn't recovered. You know why? People aren't getting on planes. They're afraid. Think of that. We have traded safety and comfort for freedom. We're going to lose this country if we talk like that. I say you got to say Merry Christmas because it is. You don't believe in it, fine. But I have a flash for you. Christianity happens to be the religious heritage of my country, whether you like it or not. Christianity happened to be the belief system of 99.9% of the founding fathers, whether you like it or not. Every single founding father said that the Bible would be used as a fulcrum for the laws and ethics in this country, whether you like it or not. And they said it should be taught in school so kids would know where their ethics come from. So if you're not a Christian or you don't like it and you don't want Christmas celebrated, God bless you. But let me tell you something. If you think you're going to stop me from saying it because it offends you, hey, I got a flash for you. Put a helmet on.
Brad Stein, ladies and gentlemen, Brad Stein. Yeah, Brad Stein. Let's take him off before I offend any more people in the process. But yeah, and I'll just link that straight back to the floods as well. When you're up and safe in your Santon mansion, is it that safe that you can't take a turnaround and look at the people that are suffering around you in your own backyard? In your own backyard. That whole thing actually was for Easter, and I'm not going to do so. I wanted Divon and Supia, but Supia has really been working herself to a standstill over this few public holidays because the market had to stay open. And of course, that's practically one of the only places that has been open. So she has had to work herself to the bone. But I'll tell you, the people in my life with the least amount of money are the people who have come through the most amount of times for me. And I hope I can say the same about myself because we are so tight-fisted. We are so cautious. We are so careful. Where's that banner? Gift to the givers. We are so offended these days. We are so preoccupied with the pronoun or the name or the type or the religion or whatever we are that we forget our fellow human beings. Our government is so preoccupied with status and remaining in power that they have no idea what they are empowered of or what they are ruling over. It's important, and it's going to be up to people like you and I to make the difference. I say it every time. The little girl with the starfish on the beach, when the red tide threw out thousands and thousands and thousands, and she threw them back one at a time, and the old man turned to her and said, "You can stop now, it won't make a difference." And she picked up that one starfish and threw it back and looked at him and said, "Made a difference to that one, didn't it? Your 10 rand will make a difference to that one. Your pencil, your blanket, your bottle of water." If we could stop being so self-indulgent, self-entitled, without realizing it. Hey, I'm not pointing at you. I do it myself. Oh, well, you know what? What's going to happen when I'm old and gray? What's going to happen for my pension? You know what? I can't give money now. I really don't know how I'll do it. It's just a little bit difficult for me at this very time and moment. Because you're safe. The day that you can't become unsafe, it's the day that you're going to stick out your hand and you're going to hope and you're going to pray and you're going to find all those ethics that you don't believe in anymore and you're going to call on them to grab your hand. Quite a while ago, I did a stream, and that's before I had any mods like Lynn from Buzzy's Moments, Hendo, and Cameron, which is why I don't wear a hat to stream, because I take my hat off for those mods in my life. You have made the difference in my throat and my heart, because I was preaching to an echo chamber. Really, I would sit here and do a live show to nobody. And I did a stream that said, even David had to pick up a stone. I know there's many people, and I'm definitely a Christian, and I'm one for prayer as well. But it doesn't help just saying, oh, we'll pray for him. We'll pray for them. Yes, I'm the first person to say to you, pray for Kwazulu Natal. But even David had to pick up a stone to slay Goliath. And I'm asking you to pick up a stone to help Kwazulu Natal. Pick up a stone, whether it's by bank account, whether it's by getting hold of them and saying, I have a lot of old clothes, I have a lot of blankets, or something to that effect. I will make the difference myself, and I will actually show you the receipt of the difference that I can make. And trust me when I say to you, currently, I don't have it. It is the easiest thing for me to say right now, and you can ask my wife behind my back, which she is not. She's in front of a screen watching me. When we say to you, we don't have it, it's the easiest answer to give you. We don't have it. We don't have it right now. But if we can make that difference, if we can pick up a stone, I'm challenging you, every one of the people who are watching this live, I'm challenging you who are watching the rerun, and I'm challenging you who's made it to 57 minutes of this stream to pick up a stone and toss it in the direction of Kwazulu Natal floods, of people, of babies that have been pulled out of wreckage, dead. You love your children. I don't have children with me. They're grown and they're in South Africa and they're big and ugly enough to look after themselves. I have little chihuahuas. I cannot imagine. I even feel like really, really morbid when I think about it. If I had to think about pulling a lifeless body of my little pup out of that wreckage, imagine pulling your own flesh and blood, dead, out of that wreckage. Erica, it must be terrible for you. I'm really so sorry to hear that. It must be terrifying. And people, I'm saying this because people are not giving you the hard fact. They are pulling bodies of babies. Lynn was speaking to me today. And she said, they're pulling children out there. They're pulling their own children out there. They are watching their own children die in front of them. And I'm just thinking to myself, never mind my child. If that was my dog, and where's my dog? I suddenly need to give it a big hug right now. I don't think I'd make it. Although these people have to get up and carry on. But I can't afford it. I'm too busy. It's not my problem. I'm too far. I don't have the time. I'll pray for them. And as I said, by all means, you know what? I've never professed I'm not a Christian, and I've never professed that prayer doesn't work. And I sure as hang hope you do pray for them. But please, I'm challenging you to pick up a stone. Yeah, you didn't know it until you started making it. You guys made it. Yeah, thank you very much, Cameron. You're one of the architects with Buzzy and that. Hendo, typical communist mindset, worship, power, and control. To hell with everyone. Yeah, Hendo, to hell with everyone. They will go to hell. The only thing is your money is not going to hell with you. We've got a lot of things. Yep, it's been interesting. Heartbroken. I can imagine, Erica. It's sad to see on your picture you have such a beautiful smile. I do not want to know what this situation has done to it. Actions speak louder than words. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. I really can't do much, but I've got to do something. You've got to do something. South Africa's got to do something. It's in your damn backyard. And if you grew up in South Africa and you're not in South Africa, it's in your damn blood. It's still there. Remember, it pumps through your veins. The sunlight, the laughter, the freedom, the fresh air, the friends, the family, the camaraderie. It's in your blood, whether you're in South Africa or not. You owe it to at least make a little difference. Put $10 down. Whatever. But make it happen. Do yourself a favor. There's an army colonel who said, you know what, if you've done nothing else in life, make your bed in the morning. At least you've done something. You start in the morning and make your bed. Imagine that your child, and I know most of you that watch this show, love your pets, that your pet dies in front of your eyes, and people were too busy or too worried, or they lived in a safe area, in their tower, their ivory tower, and nobody was made aware of this. Give to the givers. Bank account details, guys. Your next super chat isn't to Pepper's Echo, isn't to Ronaldo's host, it isn't to Chris Wyatt, it isn't to Morning Shot. And I respect those guys. Everyone that I've just mentioned you, including Pepper's Echo. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I respect those guys. I really think they're good guys. And I watch them all the time. Take your next super chat, put it down to give to the givers. If you can do nothing else, put your 10 Rand, your 14 Rand, your 7 Rand down to give to the givers. If more of us did that, we would make a bigger difference. We're not asking for 1,000 Rand. We're not asking for 500 Rand. They're not asking for 100 Rand. I know things in South Africa are absolutely ridiculously expensive. But there's no cost on a child's life. There's no cost. I'll tell you a story from a news report from the Khmer Times. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, they pulled a baby out of the river. Her mother couldn't feed her. She didn't have milk, and she needed formula. And from like 6, 7 o'clock the evening until 4, 5 o'clock the next morning, that baby was screaming and screaming and screaming because she was hungry. Until the mother drowned her, threw her in the river. She didn't know what to do anymore. Do not leave your own people, your people I'm talking about, not your color, not your religion, not your politics, your people. Do not leave them behind. Your hand will go up one day. Doesn't matter how big or how small your problem is, your hand will go up one day. I pray that the person that pulls you out will be the person that you are today. Don't forget, dear South Africa is extended to 24th of April, 2022. My biggest problem that I've had these last 4 days is I've been so afraid of offending people. I have my own demons. So much so that my wife's been nice to me. No, I'm kidding, my dear. I love you very, very much, and I thank you for it too. And it seems small compared to others because you've maybe offended people, because that can be pretty hard at times as well. But when I put my hand out, the people that grab that hand are the people who have nothing to gain from grabbing my hand. That's the sad part. Well, that's the good part. The friends I have that I can count on my five fingers are not famous, are not rich, work their asses off, and struggle as well. The people in Kwazulu Natal that are needing your help are not rich, are not famous, but they're your people. They're South Africans. Be they black, white, colored, Indian, Chinese, they're South Africans. They're your people, and they're dying. They are dying at an alarming rate. Pick up that stone. From my side, thanks for watching. We'll do Kumaya New Year next week. It'll be a week late, but we'll get Sophia on it as well. Thank you very, very much for watching. I challenge you all. Pick up that stone. Take care. Be good. If you can't be good, at least be kind. Cheers, cheers.